Good evening, gardening friends. Hope everybody has had a great Sunday. I actually got a little bit of time to work in the yard today, so I thought I'd share with you guys what I'm working on now. If you're new to my channel, I garden in Louisville, Kentucky, Zone 6B. This is Travis, by the way. So, all of you that's been watching this year so far, had quite a few projects and plans on my to-do list this season. One was getting that big wall of trees and shrubs out of there, brush, whatever you want to call it. But I don't want to sound like a broken record, so I'm going to focus on what I'm working on right now. So everything in the front landscape here is about, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is the fourth season this stuff has been planted here. None of this was here, not even the limelights or anything, when we moved in the house early April 2018. So yeah, got lots of onion grass and weeds coming up. So today I've been working on pulling out this border because, as you can see, things are getting bigger. Not so much on this side, because I think one of the main reasons was that there's just so much extra shade over here because of all the stuff that was growing in between the houses. But definitely on this side. So you can see how big these spireas got. Now the spireas, of course, on the other end have a lot of catching up to do. Now those were planted the second season we were moved in, so they are a little behind, but that's all right. I love how that barberry here looks up against the spirea. So all of this, the lamb's ear and coral bells, which is this, also called heuchera. This one's purple palace, I think. So all of that got moved out. It was, right up against touching the spireas there. And you all know that I also plant annuals in the front border as well, like blue Victoria salvia, the French marigolds that are orange and red, and I'm also going to be adding some plants too. So I just kind of eyeballed this. I started out using a bright yellow extension cord to kind of give me my outline, but for me, for some reason, it always works better if I just eyeball it. So that's what I did. It may not be perfect, may not be symmetrical to each side, but I do better just eyeballing it than trying to, get out the rulers and the tape measure and all that stuff. But one thing for sure, I did want to make sure that this area in here, in between the circle garden and there, I do want to make sure that that's pretty even. I may even need to take a little bit more out on this side. But anyway, that is what's going on. I replanted everything with fresh soil, and I also used some of this stuff right here, Plant Tone. So I'm using that on everything this year, all my new plantings. So something else that will have to be moved out, not only that stuff, but the autumn joy sedum is in here as well. And I definitely want to move out this Nepeta, the catmint, So as you can see, this rose has gotten larger, and it's getting kind of lost in there. I have another piece of it in here, so it just needs more room and more sun to be able to do what I want it to do. Of course, we got weeds galore. I think everybody has weeds, a ton of weeds this time of year. There is a barberry stuck in between those roses. Again, you never know how big things are going to get when you first plant them. You know, they come in they're smaller plants in the little buckets. And, you know, I don't always pay attention to that, the mature size, you know, information on that tag. So yeah, everything is filling in good, which is what I like. But some of the smaller stuff just needed to be moved out. So catmint's moving out, autumn joy sedum is moving out, and also I plan to put more perennials in here as well. I'm still going to keep my theme, so I won't be adding like no pinks and no yellows or anything like that. The colors I have up here, besides the foliage colors, are the blue from the blue Victoria Salvia, orange from the marigolds, and that's pretty much the main, you know, blue, purple, orange. That's my color scheme up here. And then foliage color, I have chartreuse from the spirea, and then burgundy from the barberry. This is a nice clump of nepeta, which will get lots of blue flowers on it. Also like that grayish green foliage too. Then of course in the back, the limelight hydrangeas, they will be white, but they won't be blooming until probably July. July is when they usually start to bloom. All right, so as I mentioned, new plants. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the two ends, like the whole entire thing, but here in the center, let me get where you guys can kind of see it a little better. In the center here, I want the HS daylilies. Those are probably my favorite, not daylilies, I'm sorry, dahlias. Those are probably my favorite dahlias. They are a darker maroon, you know, ish type foliage with that nice bright orange apricot coral kind of bloom on them. So I definitely want to have like a little mess of those here in the center, just a little spot there. And then I want to have Russian sage, like a sway of Russian sage there too. So I just really like that purple, or that bluish purple, with the burgundy, and then with that coral orange color. I think it'll be a nice contrast of plants. And who knows, if I get the money and, you know, have the time, I might plant it all up with just a big, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? A big sea of Russian sage, and then the dahlias. But yeah, that's what's going on so far with the border project here. Of course, I'm not going to dig all this out. I know a lot of you probably would, but I just don't have the time nor the energy with everything else we got going on. So I'm going to plant what I'm going to plant. You know, I'm going to fertilize and put in, you know, nice soil and everything. But then after that, I'm just going to lay down plastic. Plastic is my way to go, I think. You can get the landscape fabric, that black stuff, you know, that has the holes and stuff in it. But that never works for me. Weeds always seem to grow through that, so I use the big rolls of black plastic from the hardware store, Lowe's or Home Depot, and that seems to work the best. There's Edgar there, being a curious cat in the trunk of the car. Alright guys, they will be picking up this dumpster Monday, so I'll have that out of my way. It was so nice getting that big, huge pile in the front yard there out of here. I know I've got another one on the side of the house. One more dumpster should do me, and it'll all be out of here, but just wanted to show you guys the new border. Here is the back side of it. Definitely need to do something here. I'm gonna plant something in here, probably something blue. Maybe another clump of catmint to match this one. I think that's what I'll do. But will that not be a gorgeous view from not only, you know, inside the house looking out, but from the road looking in with the HS date dahlias here and the Russian sage in front, or vice versa. I haven't figured it out yet. Kind of need to see the measurements on the dahlias and the Russian sage, but those will definitely be my 2 new perennials added. And then this barberry may end up coming out of here. I hate to do it because it's really pretty and nice, but we do get scratched by it when we come through here. Doesn't bother me as much as my husband, but that will be probably coming out. And then I'm thinking about either doing a bird bath here or maybe even a nice fountain in this little section here. So that's just another idea. Alright, I don't want this video to get too long, but I hope everybody has had a great day, and I hope everybody has gotten time to get out in your garden today. It is the best therapy anybody could have. Alright guys, everybody take care, and have a great week.